Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
This is COLM McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Hasim Rahman Jr. Hasim Rahman, you had to pull out of this fight at late notice. What happened?
I had a hyperextended hand, my elbow. I hyperextended the joint of my elbow, and I tried to push through it, and then it happened again, so it got worse. So I had to take the proper time off to let myself get back to 100%, or at least 85, 90%, so that I could fight.
When you're in with a guy like Burchell, you have to be at 100% right to be in there because he's so dangerous. I do need to ask you, if it was someone maybe like Chistemore, would you still have fought?
A part of my reasoning for pulling out the fight was Alan Belcher, like you said, but another big part about it was the fans. Not giving the fans and the people who support me a fair shot at seeing me fight and going out there only fighting with one hand in front of them. You know, these people work hard for their money. These people get up and go to work every day to spend their money and spend it to watch us entertain. So I would have had to have some real long thoughts about getting in there with just one hand against anybody. It's not just Alan Boucher, and it's not just about like Chase Moore. It's me giving out what people expect to see. People expect to see me fighting with two hands, so that's what I want to give them when they pay to see me fight.
Will we see you back in there with Alan Burchell, maybe on the next Misfit show?
You know, at first he was saying that he didn't want to entertain another fight with me. He didn't want to do it, but now that I'm here. And now it's like, oh, okay, we'll fight. Now that I said that I'll knock you out, now he's like, oh, I'll knock you out. And I'm like, okay, so let's do it in the ring. So we'll see.
Is there really bad beef between you? You seem to be a little bit tense there between you both. He called you outside. I mean, you went outside, but he didn't come. What did you make of that?
They scared to come outside when it get real. I don't know what his deal is. I'm a professional. I didn't come here to street fight. I came here to enjoy the show and pick on them a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But I don't. This is a sport. You know. This is my life. This is a profession, and I'm a professional at it. So if he do want to take it outside of here, then we can take it outside of here, like I clearly showed. But if he if you want to get it done in the ring, then that way I'll go ahead and kick his ass.
I do need to ask you, what have you learned since that defeat to Greg Hardy? It was tough to take at the time for you, I imagine, but what have you gained in experience from that?
Maturity, and I think a lot of that shows from the decision I made here. I had to grow up in that fight. No more. There's no excuses. There was no excuse for me to win or lose. There was no excuse. I came up short, and I went back to the drawing board. So maturity is definitely that was my grow up moment. Grow up. Nobody's gonna get in here and do this shit for you. You know everything that you need to do. So go back and do it. So now we're on a path of resurrection, a path of destruction, and got to destroy everything in my way.
Two more from me. KSI Tommy Fury, rumoured to happen. How do you think that one goes?
I think Tommy had some success early, but he's so repetitive and so easy to figure out. I think JJ winds up overwhelming him and picking up the pace on him and actually outworking him for either a decision or into a stoppage.
Interesting take. One more. Nate Diaz, Jake Paul in 2 weeks' time. How do you think that one goes?
I've been hearing a lot of different takes, and I haven't seen much of Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz is tough. He's a tough guy. He's coming. He's going to come with punches. He's not going to – I don't think he's going to get knocked out the first time he gets hit hard. He gets hit very, very hard a lot. So it should be a rough, rugged fight. Jake Paul looks like he's been taking his training to another level, and he's starting to figure out that there are levels to boxing. So we'll see. But if I had to make a pick, I would pick Jake Paul right now.
Hasim, thank you very much for your time. We'll catch up fight night. Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.